Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, agents. I am Monty Carl, and this is a Let's Talk, and you'll notice this is not The Division or anything else. This is No Man's Sky, and this is actually not my character. This is actually an alien that I just came across, and today we're going to go over naming things, because there's not really a tutorial in this game that teaches you how to do these things. It just kind of comes naturally as you go through the progression, and anything that you tag or recognize or do a little status update, you can go ahead and rename. And I didn't know this until about probably, I would say, like 3 hours in the game. I kept, no tutorial or anything like that, so I didn't go through. But what you want to do is go ahead and press start. And once you do, it's the menu button. It's not the little D-pad or anything like that. It's the start button. And once you do, you'll notice that you can hover over these things. There's like a little index or something like that. And you can go ahead and rename these things. So let's go ahead and let's check it out and see what we can rename this stuff. I don't want to use, I'm not going to do anything too juvenile or anything like that. I really want to just do this starting area and rename it and be, whatever it is. I'm going to brand this the Mounty Carl area. So let's go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and see about renaming this whatever we want to. Let's go ahead and I'm thinking something Royal Mounted Police or Royal, I should just name it something that's very planety, if you will. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to delete this. And let's go ahead and restart. And man, there's so many options. It's like you really need to have a good idea going into it, what you want to name it. And this is actually my starting planet. This is where I started. And I really want something that gives the Mounty Carl the approval of Mounty Carl. So we're gonna go ahead and let's go ahead. No, I don't really like Mounty Royale. Let's go. As far as planet names, I think we could go with Regulus. I like Regulus. That sounds very planety. So let's go ahead and we'll do Mounty Regulus. It's going to be a starter planet for us. And I like that. That's good. Let's go ahead and do that. And as you can see, you get credits for it as you're doing it as well. So I do, there will probably be a few times that I name something a very funny name or something like that. But that's, that's going to be actually probably as I journey out into the uncharted and the unknown, and I get past this little starter area, which everybody's starter area is a little bit different. You will notice that everybody's is completely different. I love this game. It's actually, it's actually quite brilliant. It took me a little while to get through the very start of it because, like I said, there's no real tutorial. And even though I think I pressed on the tutorial, I'm not 100% sure, but I thought I pressed on the tutorial and went through it, but I can't remember. Right now, as you're seeing me go ahead, I'm trying to name my star system, and I have no idea what I'm going to name it. I thought maybe Gum Brothers Gaming or something like that, just to go ahead and just tag it, but I want to kind of have my star system be the star system of whatever it is. I want it to sound, at least a little bit real. Like, so when people come here, they're not like, oh, this guy tagged it with his brand, what a dick, stuff like that. But there is a real tight, system to it. Like there's you cannot use anything that would even be construed as a curse word or anything like that. They have a real tight profanity filter on it, which is actually cool. So you can't go around naming stuff dick butt and stuff like that, because that I would gander that there are probably a lot of planets. So we're gonna go with Mounty Regulum right now. So I think that's a good system name. So a little Mounty flavor for a lot of this stuff. And as you can see, there are, if you look over to the right hand side, I'm trying to upload this. I think I already uploaded it, so I think we're good. I'm not 100% sure because I've been getting these messages. See if I've lost connection to the online service, so I'm not 100% sure what that is. Now you can name, so up here is the outpost, and you can rename all of these outposts. You'll run into outposts as you journey along your way through your starter planet, and there are plant life, animal life. These are all the animals that I've encountered and I've tagged. and I think this is one, maybe I'll rename this one. This one was actually quite huge, and as you watch my gameplay footage, and I'll show you more gameplay footage as we go along, this one I just wanted to get out there so that people could do it. I was actually going to name it Mouse Rat after good old Parks and Recreation, but I decided Bird Rat was really a much more subtle name for it, since it looks kind of like a bird and a rat all at the same time. So that's really what we're going to do for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you will come and watch a lot more of the No Man's Sky Let's Play. I'm going to keep naming these, and I'm just going to let you guys go ahead and take a look at all of the cool names that I'm going to name these stuff. So I have Outposts, and I think I'm going to name this one after me. I'm going to name it Carl's Clearing. That sounds like a good name. Yeah, Carl. And it's going to be a lot of like spelling and a lot of stuff, a lot of making up stuff, a lot of funny names here and there, because the animals are really hybrid animals when you come across them. This planet that I started on actually had a lot of animals when I was going through it. So it was very funny to like go through and like, because you can't really tell what they are when you're going through them. So you can actually see like this one here, looks like a flying armadillo or something like that. So you just kind of got to figure out like, and this was non-aggressive. This was one of those ones where you were just like, okay, well, what should we name it? Let's go ahead with Cantaloupe. Because it kind of looks like a antelope and a cantaloupe, cantalopus. Yeah, there we go. We'll just name it that, because that's what it looks like. It looks, kind of like a cantaloupe. It's got like a cantaloupe head, and let's go ahead and let's see. I don't really care about naming the plant life as much. It's not something that I'm really, there's tons of plant life. Every single thing in this game you can rename, and that's the cool part about it, is you can rename every single little thing in the game, and it's totally cool because that's just what you can do. And you'll notice that there's lots of different things that you can rename. This thing I was trying to name like Giant Bowl or something like that, because basically it's just an iron rock, and I was trying to name it. This thing, oh my gosh, these things are horrible. Like, they're not very big, but they are a pest, and it's like a crab mantis thing. So I think I'm gonna name it something like that. Let's go with let's go with Crablica mantis. That sounds like a good name. As far as I said, let's just go ahead and throw out the whole like juvenile naming thing. So I'm just gonna go with that, because I think that's funny. At least it's funny for me. That's just, and it's I think this is the female. So I ran into a male version of it. So let's see if I can find it. Where's the male version? I know it's in my little Rolodex, my little Pokédex here for things that I've caught. And there are quite a lot of terrifying things out there. So, oh, there it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and name this. This is the male, I believe. I'm not 100% sure, but let's go ahead and just name him. They're like Budosp or something like that is what the game named them. But the game, I think, it just has a random generation tool. So we're going to name this Crablico. We'll go with Crablico, since it's a male version of the female Crablica mantis. And so we'll just go and maybe we'll give it a little Latino flair with El Crablico, and we'll go there, and that'll just be my contribution to this little planet and my thought process in naming some of this stuff. So I'm really interested more in naming some of these animals and stuff like that, as opposed to naming the plant life. Because I mean, how many times can you name a plant a fern or something like that? Because the plants already have their names, and if they already have their name, sure, you actually get money, you get paid to go ahead and rename this stuff. So, oh, these things were interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead. They weren't actually, they look terrifying. This one actually, oh man, there are some weird animals. Like I said, this thing's like a dinosaur thing. Like, I have no idea what to name it. And I'm just going to come up with something dinosaur-y. Like, I really want to name it like a T-Rex, or like, a Dontus Rex or something, but it's a herbivore. So I'm gonna go with Brontosaurus. That doesn't sound right. There's a lot of stuff out there. So Herbivorous Rex. Yeah, that way when people come across it, they'll be able to go, oh, that's not going to chase me down and kill me. And they're pretty docile. They're not, despite having a ton of sharp, jagged teeth, they're really pretty docile creatures. So I'm just going to go ahead and name it Herbivorous Rex, and we'll go from there, because this thing's not going to eat you when you come up to it. And this thing, oh my gosh, what is this? This is probably the weirdest looking thing. I mean, is it like a baboon zebra thing? Like, I'm not 100% sure what this is. So let's just go ahead, and it looks like a zebra had sex with a baboon. So let's go ahead and name it WTF baboon zebra thing, or WTF Z baboon, or something like that. Let's go ahead. We're just going to go ahead and try this and see if it works. And because there, like I said, the profanity filter on this is actually pretty tight, so I wouldn't be surprised if it works, because I'm not actually using a curse word per se, but it really is, okay, Z baboon, there we go. Okay, as you can see, that yeah, it was rejected by the profanity filter despite not having a profanity in there. WTF. That's just what I gotta say. So this thing is even more terrifying. So I think it's also a male version of the other dinosaur thing that I came across with the wings and the feathers and stuff. But let's try and brainstorm a name that we can go ahead and name this thing here, because this thing's weird, because I'm not sure. It's got the ass of a zebra and it's got the face of a baboon. Like, I'm at a loss for words as to what got down to business just to make this thing, because it's very difficult. So anyways, that's my time. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and finish watching me rename all of these animals. It's actually a lot of fun to rename this stuff. You could spend hours, as you can see. Like, I probably have like a whole hour of footage of just naming stuff as you go from planet to planet and just renaming stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and name this I'm gonna name this Scary Not Scary, because when you first look at it, it's scary, but then you realize it's not scary because it's just eating plants and stuff. And I have no idea why it has sharp teeth. It defies all logic. So Scary Not Scary for that one. And this one's kind of like a giant lemur, so we'll just name it something like that, and I will just leave you to that. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you will tune in for another No Man's Sky video. I know this one was kind of boring, but I really wanted to just show you how to rename stuff. That was really just the purpose of this. So thanks for watching. I've been Monty Carl, and I hope you'll tune in for another No Man's Sky video. And let's see, what should we call you guys? Space Cadets? Something like that. So explorers, if you really like this video, drop a like on it, and we'll see you again in outer space. Come and visit Mounty Regulus system and join my planet and do whatever and take a look at all the cool stuff that I renamed. So alright, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all later. Bye!